It's to Cameroon now, where fighting between the military and English-speaking separatists in that francophone country has killed more than 3,000 people and displaced hundreds of thousands more. It's been nearly a year since the country started a national dialogue to address the crisis, but on the ground, not much has changed. DW gained exclusive access to the front line of the fighting. Our correspondent, Blaise Young, traveled with Cameroonian government soldiers battling separatists in the Anglophone areas in the east, or in the west rather, which are the worst affected by the conflict.
Cameroon's elite forces are raiding the building in front. They suspect it of being a hideout for the country's Anglophone separatist militias. Separatists in Cameroon's English-speaking regions want to create a breakaway state they call Ambazonia. They often use abandoned properties like these as their camp. Cameroon soldiers are tasked with curbing the insurgency, which started as a street protest.
We're not in a state of war, we're in a crisis. We're in a situation where we have to restore law and order. Those men are our brothers who have just gone astray.
This is Ekona, a once very lively town, now in ruins. Fighting between separatists and the army has forced inhabitants to flee. It's been like this for 3 years. Nothing in the town is functional, not even hospitals. Soldiers, separatists and civilians have all suffered huge casualties here. Soldiers blame the militias for everything.
As time has passed, we have noticed the conflict has progressed. The separatists have launched a campaign against the population. They carry out kidnappings and ask for ransom.
But the Cameroon army has been accused of committing serious human rights abuses against the local population, allegations it has repeatedly denied. However, soldiers have filmed burning villages and attacking civilians. Meanwhile, hundreds of separatist fighters have left the movement, citing financial mismanagement from their leaders abroad. This man was a separatist fighter for 3 years. He has now joined a government amnesty program.
Some of us have realised everything we were told about the separatist movement was a lie. The leaders used us to make money for them. That's why I stopped fighting.
We leave Ekona with an armored vehicle on our way to a military base in Moyoka, yet another town devastated by fighting. Along this road, everyone has fled. At the military base, security is always tight, the commander tells us. The separatists have their own camps just a few kilometers away. Though the army has set up barracks like these across Anglophone Cameroon, attacks from secessionists still take place. But the army says they are working hard to counter these attacks. The army shows us weapons, including explosives, which they say were seized from the separatists. In another town, this hospital was burned to the ground. Soldiers and separatists point fingers at each other for the act. At least 4 patients died on their beds.
The local population is living in fear because they have the impression that the separatists are living alongside them. But efforts are being made so that they can live in an atmosphere free of fear.
Cameroon's government say they are planning to rebuild the Anglophone regions. Nevertheless, it's still unclear how this will happen with continuous fighting and destruction in the area.